It's Wednesday, August 15th, and this is Drive Check, a Card Fight Vanguard podcast. Talking about cute guys and our YouTube videos that have gone up, and how everybody who comments on our YouTube videos is awesome.
Yeah, of course.
Oh, goodness. I don't know how we're going to recover from being voted the worst Card Fight Vanguard podcast by Vanguardians worldwide. I'm so harmed.
Yeah, it does kind of sting a little bit.
It was real harsh. Well, we just gotta keep trying to do the best that we can do, and maybe someday they'll grow to love us for who we are.
Yep.
Isn't that what everybody dreams of?
I think.
What do you know? Don't you know anything, Cole?
Nope. I'm clueless. But what I do know, I know a lot about Lightseekers, apparently.
No, you're a terrible Lightseekers teacher. I completely hated the game when you tried to tell me how to play it. It's took 6 tries.
2.
And now I love Lightseekers. It's so simple, and then you get sucked in, and you want to do combos.
Uh-huh. I told you it was good when it first came out, but no, nobody listened to me.
Well, because the art is so dumb. Like the Creebles look like pigs in clothing.
That's what they are. They're
little
piggies.
Why? No. I want interstellar liquid metal space dragons, not pigs in clothing. Do you see the difference just from the words I'm using here? The grandeur, the majesty of space dragons.
What about... What's the correct term for... Eskimo is a slur, right?
It is kind of up in the air right now. That's probably not a word that you want to use.
So I don't know a similar term for that.
A First Nations person?
First Nations person, specifically in the northern pole-ish area.
Sure, that's in Canada. That's where they use the term First Nations.
Oh, is it?
Yes.
Oh, I didn't know that.
In the U.S., we use the term Native Americans.
Oh, okay. All right. Oh, yeah, okay. Space people, First Nation space people, is that close enough?
I mean, I do like Astral a lot, but the best card there actually is Planetary Alignment.
What is that?
That card is so good.
12 damage?
12 damage, but you have to have a solar, a lunar, and a gravity.
Yeah, I mean, there's one in nature that's like that, but you have to have one of each of the elements in nature too. But
yeah,
it's a rotating buff. So the first one does nothing, and then the second turn does 14.
You know what's real unfortunate?
Mm.
We're a Vanguard podcast, not a Lightseekers podcast.
Yeah, but I mean...
Yet.
Yeah.
I mean, that's not unfortunate, because I believe within the past 14 days, neither one of us mentioned this on the past 2 recordings that we've put out there. I spent about $150 on Vanguard cards. You spent a little less than that. What was it? You spent like $120?
Yeah, about $120.
So for the folks that don't know, Ideal 808 does, if you just want one clan from a particular set that's coming out, and you could do a case split and take your chances. If you do a case split, then yeah, there's a potential you're going to get like an origin rare or an image rare or whatever. But if you don't really care about having high rarity and just want to make sure that you get 4 of every card from the clan and the set that you want, Ideal 808 has a deal for that. Which, I mean, I think that's pretty reasonable.
It's incredibly reasonable.
As opposed to spending $800.
Yeah.
Which has been my habit of late.
So what did you buy?
Grand Blues.
Oh, that's right. You bought the higher up one. I don't know.
Yeah.
I still don't know the difference, so I guess we'll find out the difference.
Yeah, I don't understand how there is a difference, but if you end up without any VRs, don't come crying to me.
No, it said VRs included.
Okay.
So I guess we'll see.
It's going to be the ones that they drop on the floor or something that somebody stepped on. I don't know.
If that shaves off $30, I'm totally down for it.
But they only sell limited quantities of these sets, so you have to keep your eye out for when the set is announced on their site and put in the order because they sell out. And the other issue, which I know is a big issue for a lot of people, is they don't mail them until the release date. And they're in Hawaii.
Yeah.
So you may be waiting a full week before you get your cards.
Unless you want to pay that premium shipping.
Well, then you'll still be waiting 2 days. You can't get them on release day,
right?
Which I know is a big thing for some people. They want to be the first ones to get their hands on that Basskirk or Origin Rare Nightshade or whatever it's going to be. Ruin Shade. Dag nabbit. I was so close. I was going to say, congrats, Will. You actually remembered something. I have a news update on Ophidian. Since I didn't play any Vanguard this weekend, I was still way too tired. I literally slept the entire weekend. Yeah. But I have a news update on Ophidian.
Did you find a play group?
What?
No.
Nobody plays Ophidian.
Hey, I mean, I tried.
So what I found out is there's a company called Hawken Games that bought the rights to Ophidian. So Ophidian originally came out in 2003. So all of these boxes of booster sets that I've been buying were originally published in 2003. It's amazing that I can still get them. Hawken Games bought Ophidian, rebranded it Ophidian 2360, so 10 years later, as a living card game. And you can still buy, even though they haven't really been pushing it, you can still buy like the entire set of cards. This may be happening, Cole McCune.
If you teach me how to play, sure, I'm down.
If I ever learn how to play. It's like, how much money have I dumped into this game and I still don't know how to play it?
I mean, but, like $30?
No, because even before I bought that set of starter decks and boosters, I had paid for Ophidian 2360, which is why I have that cool playmat.
Yeah, that's right.
And everything. But even worse, so this is the deal breaker, right? I remember tripods and triplanes.
Yeah.
I'm still obsessed with it. This is not the kind of game that I play. But I can't stop thinking about it. And I looked it up today, and you can buy the entire Kickstarter, all of the expansions, and everything that you would get from the Kickstarter for $200. And it's like, what am I going to do with a bunch of tripods? And technically they're biplanes. I think they have one triplane in the whole thing.
Display them?
Cole, you need to be concerned for my mental health.
Well, I already am, but I mean...
Wow.
Just as a friend, you know.
I don't know. So I may invest in buying a complete Ophidian 2360 set. I may invest $200 in tripods and triplanes, which potentially is a horrible, terrible game, although they did raise over $100,000 on Kickstarter, so it may not be so bad. Any of our listeners, if you've ever played any of the Wings of Glory games, please write in and let me know if it's going to be a huge mistake. Because you can use the World War II Wings of Glory planes in tripods versus triplanes.
That is true.
Oh, Cole, did you get to play Vanguard this past week? Friday night you played. Didn't you?
I think I did.
Because you asked me if you should play Grand Blue or
yeah,
the other one.
Yeah, I played. That was a mess because it was an official shop tournament, right? And because it was required to be premium for the first time. I think this Friday it'll be standard, but
so they're alternating.
I think so, yeah. So nobody wanted to play standard or premier except for 6 people total. I was one of the 6. I brought Night Rose. I played Night Rose very well. I got absolutely destroyed unfairly by Unguardable, Silent Tom, and Ichikishima.
Oh, I mean, it's fair because that's the way the rules work, but it's not fair because you wanted to have a better experience.
Oh, okay. We're going to talk about that later on in the news segment. But, so there were only 6 people, and you only get anything if you came in first place. You get $100 store credit and whatever the promo was.
That's very generous.
Mm-hmm. They were hoping for more people to come out. So basically, if you lost, there's no point in even playing. So a lot of people dropped. I wanted to keep playing because I wanted to keep playing Night Rose.
Well, because you also enjoy playing Vanguard.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they were also going to fire up standard events afterwards. And, because people had dropped and people just wanted to play. So that was going to fire off. But, yeah, I wanted to play Night Rose. I would have had a second round bye. So there was no point of even staying in the premium tournament. So I played, I think, 1 round of... Well, first off, I left my standard deck at home for some reason. So I didn't have my Nova, so I borrowed Kagura from a friend. And I played 1 game. I think it went to like game 3, and I lost. And I just didn't want to play Vanguard anymore, so I dropped and I went to Taco Bell and bought the fries that Mason Clark keeps raving about. And that was a
Does
whole
he?
adventure.
I don't see a lot from Mason because I haven't been on Twitter lately.
Oh yeah, no. Like almost every day, there's something about.
Are they called taco fries or something?
They're like, oh shoot, I don't remember. Nacho fries, I think. It's just,
okay.
Yeah, whatever. They can't. My entire food order was cold by the time I got it, and I just didn't want to argue because nobody in that store cared. And then, like a couple minutes later, an upset older lady came and demanded her money back, and I just didn't want to deal with it. So I was just sitting there playing Lightseekers, and it was more enjoyable playing Lightseekers than it was being social and playing Vanguard for some reason.
Oh, Cole. That's okay. Everybody goes through a little bit of that every once in a while.
Yeah.
So did you see? So I don't know if you were following the ARG Nationals, but Kevin Nguyen came in 3rd, and that dude plays at my shop, and that's why I can never come in first unless he's not playing. Although I also don't come in first even when he's not playing. But
and what else happened at the ARGs?
I was really just following Kevin because I know him,
Okay.
and was following because it was weird because I know previously he has played Oracle Think Tank, but instead he was playing Gizeh Bermudas. I think Gizeh Ange.
Oh, yeah.
Because they trigger check a lot.
Uh-huh.
But I think he also had done his deck construction to prepare for Oracle Think Tank, and then he didn't see too much of it, which I think was part of why he gave a little credit to that for why he came in 3rd rather than first, because that dude's a beast.
Yeah. But living proof, the Spike Brothers YouTuber actually won ARG Nationals with Premium Spike Brothers.
With Spike Brothers? Good job.
Premium Spike Brothers, too.
I did see that Mason said that we should have proof on, so...
We should.
We probably should.
Yeah.
That'd be a responsible thing to do. We can ask him. Unfortunately, we've already talked about Spike Brothers, so
Well,
we'll have to find some other topic to discuss.
He can come in and tell us how wrong we were about him. So that was the thing. I guess is that. Are we moving on to the news now?
We may as well.
Okay. So I'm gonna bring up. So last week, this was after we recorded. Bushiroad announced that there was going to be a banned/restricted list update. I think it was yesterday. Whenever this comes out is the day before. Tuesday. The list was coming out Tuesday. And it came out, and you know what the list said, Will?
Nothing is banned or restricted? Except for Commander Laurel?
There have been no changes to the banned/restricted list. They made such a big deal about this, and I was really hoping for, like... Because there are a lot of unguardable combinations now. There's the Mega Colony one, the Dark Irregular, and now we have the Oracle Think Tank.
Yeah, but that's just for premium, and you know premium's dying.
I don't know. You know what? Actually, it might be dying, honestly. Because that's not a format that a lot of people want to play because of those combos.
Well, maybe in your area, plenty of people want to play premium around here, so...
Yeah, it's a mess, but yeah. So that was a thing.
So there's this Twitch streamer that I watch a lot, Purple Cliff. Mm-hmm. He's real good. He does Pokemon TCG, and he uses a term "jibated."
Yeah.
So that's what Bushiroad did. They jibated us.
You know,
thinking there were going to be some changes.
You know what else happened?
Well, please do tell me.
Dragoborn has officially been canceled after this 5th set coming out.
There's about 8 people who are completely heartbroken. This is amazing to me because I opened things, but I still have a completely unopened Dragoborn starter trial deck.
I opened
whatever you want to call them. And I have a completely unopened Dragoborn demo deck.
I think I have like 3 or 4 unopened ones of those. Yeah.
Dragoborn was not bad. It's just...
It was too similar to Magic.
Do you think so?
I think so. I think
for me, the whole dice component was just too confusing.
It wasn't too confusing. I feel like it was really clunky and like a second addition. Like it should have been... Well, it was like he didn't want... the dice mechanic to be too important, but you still wanted to
for
have
a card game.
Yeah, so he didn't want it to be like Star Wars Destiny kind of dice thing, but he wanted to have a dice mechanic in the game. So I don't know, it didn't feel right.
So yeah, I've never played Star Wars Destiny. I have played Dice Masters, and the thing about Dice Masters is it's a dice game with cards, and that really works, but having a card game with dice didn't work as well.
Star Wars Destiny is a card game with dice, but the dice, like their mechanics for the dice, work a lot better than Dragonborn did. It doesn't feel clunky; it feels fluid, like it's supposed to be this instead of an add-on.
As I like to say when disappointing things happen, and it is disappointing because a lot of people did put work into Dragoborn and tried to make it be successful, and I appreciate the time and effort that they put into that. When one thing dies out, you have to look and see what opportunities that opens up. So those people can now work on other games for Bushiroad, and maybe they will be able to come out with something that'll be more successful. Luck and Logic 2 or... Who knows? Who knows?
Well, here's the thing. So they've canceled 2 of their Force games, basically. They've canceled 2 of their...
Force games?
Fourth.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like Quattro. So do you think that faith has kind of been lost with the
Wait a minute.
community?
So Vanguard. Oh, buddy fight.
Yeah, buddy fight. So you got your Vice Force, your Vanguard, and your buddy fight are your main
Heck no,
three.
no. I think and I mean you've been to Gen Con, you've been to Origins. People will constantly try, and it doesn't matter if people have tried 3 times and failed. If that fourth one is the game that people want to play, it will be successful. You don't have to have a pre-investment in faith of the community. If you have the good concept, if you have the good gameplay, people will take up your game.
But how are they gonna know when there's no support from the actual company?
What do you mean? If they come out with a new game, they're going to push it? If they come out with a new game,
sure. Well, I mean, you'd think that they would have pushed Luck and Logic a little bit more, but there was no actual tournament support.
Well, because that was intended for more of a Japanese audience. I can't explain Luck and Logic. I didn't enjoy it. So
I enjoyed it. But, I mean, I don't think that Vanguard / Buddy Fight players want to invest in another card game.
But that's not the point of having another card game. Having another card game is to get people who aren't Vanguard, Vice Schwartz, and Buddy Fight players to come in and spend their money at Bushiroad. I mean, that's what they're trying to do. Is they've got their hands in our pockets already, so they've got to trying to get their hands into more people's pockets. They don't have to appeal to Vanguard and Vice Schwartz players and Buddy Fight players. They have to appeal to who knows, maybe people who aren't TCG players at all. You know what? Here, a free tip for Bushiroad. I'll give you right now. Netrunner just died. Netrunner was a hugely popular game. If you can come up with an asymmetrical, possibly living card game, possibly not living card game, but the thing that people did not care about the theme of Netrunner. I'm sure there are a few people who cared about the theme of Netrunner, but people primarily loved that game because it was asymmetrical. The next person who comes out with an asymmetrical card game, money in the bank.
Hey, that's what I'm working on right now.
Cole, publish. Hit the publish button. Stop sitting on your hands. We got to make some money here. This podcast is not raking in the dough. Patreon.com/drivecheck. So I need you. I have hung my lasso on your star. I need you to become rich and famous.
We're working on it. Just needs
okay. Going on it is not publishing. It is not printing greenbacks. Okay. I need cash.
Yeah.
Okay. Am I going to be like the day before I die and you'll be like, oh, Will, I'm finally rich. And I'll be like, hooray.
If you died like that, I don't even know what I'd do.
Have you ever seen somebody die?
How about we change the subject?
Oh, wow. All right.
Okay, so you know what else has died?
The Bushiroad International Online Shop based in Singapore.
Yep.
I don't understand what that means.
So that was like before the reboot, when we were thinking about going to, or Jack was thinking about going to Springfest out in Anaheim. I think it was Anaheim. In
No, it was by his house, I think.
Yeah. We were looking at like the exclusive stuff that you can get there. We were looking on that website.
Okay.
Yeah. That's where people outside of Japan could order stuff and pay like $20 in shipping and have it shipped from Singapore to where you live. The whole site was in English and all that jazz. And so that has officially, I don't know if it has closed down or they have announced for sure that it is closing down. I don't know if it actually has yet or not.
But there's stuff you can buy.
Yeah, I mean, you can still buy stuff from the Japan one. I just don't know about the shipping.
No, BushiroadShop.com. It's all in English.
Yeah, okay, so that's still up for now. I don't know.
I mean,
a lot of
it was everything is out of stock.
Because it's closing.
Oh.
Yeah.
Is there any Koji Ibuki, anything left that's not out of stock?
Probably not.
That's sad. I wonder why they're doing that.
I don't know. Save money. Wasn't making money. I don't
Oh,
know.
all the Vanguard stuff is sold out. Oh, wow. Vanguard manga special playmat Akira Ito. Oh, $40.
Worth. Plus that extra. It's probably be like $10 shipping, maybe more. Anyway.
I mean, that's fine. You got to pay for shipping.
Yeah. Oh, I forgot to mention earlier. We're gonna skip the episodes that we've been behind in for a little bit.
I'm not even caught up on watching episodes. I'm terrible.
Yeah, I don't remember anything that I've seen really. So, plus we've got a lot of news to get through today too. So.
Yeah, I think your next news item. I was really shocked when I saw this.
I was too, and I'm a little frustrated. So.
Well, okay, you got to explain yourself. So the first thing, let me announce this because you got to announce that the shop was closed. So the second booster set. So if you keep in mind, Destructive Roar is an extra booster. Champions of the Asia Circuit is an extra booster. So BTO2, which is technically the second full booster set, whatever that means, they have moved the publication of that back so that it's not going to come out in October.
Well,
it was supposed to come out in September and it's been moved to October.
September. Okay, I couldn't find the original date for that, but yeah.
Really?
I also didn't look too hard.
So yeah, because they said it was because of a print quality issue.
Yeah, it didn't meet their standards. So I don't know if you know this or not, but with card games, generally they don't print them like a month before it comes out. They print 6 months before the set actually comes out, so they have plenty of time to print what they need, make sure it all looks good, and then distribute it. So what the set's been done for maybe a year, depending on how they operate. I know Magic is 2 years in advance, but so the set's already been done, and I guess how it was printed wasn't up to their standards, so they got to reprint some stuff. But I'm upset because this is the second time this has happened.
When is the first time that this happened?
I think it was Destructive Roar.
Really? I don't remember that.
Yeah, it was supposed to come out in the end of July, I thought, and they pushed it, or maybe it's like the middle of July, but they pushed it back.
Are you sure?
I'm pretty sure. I don't remember exactly when, but I know this is like the second time this has happened. And also, they have their translator for some of these cards have been not very good because of the promos. They're Nova Grapplers. It's like the King and Queen set. They have completely different effects.
Really?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, they're not saying when it was originally supposed to come out, but that was definitely supposed to come out in September.
Yeah.
VG BTO2 Strongest Team AL4. Yeah, I guess they're catching up on those translation errors. That's really unfortunate because that means when these kinds of things happen, they're losing money.
Uh-huh.
And hopefully they have some kind of insurance against that, but no, there's no notice. I'm looking at the news. There's no news about Destructive Roar being delayed.
I remember. If it wasn't Destructive Roar, it was something else within that time frame. Like it was supposed to come out soon. No, yeah, it would have been Destructive Roar because that should have come out before Gen Con, but it got pushed back to Gen Con. Anyway,
I can't say whether I agree or disagree, but
anyway, so yeah, I think these are supposed to be shop promos: King of Sword and then Queen of Heart for Nova Grappler.
Yeah, those are classic cards.
Yeah, those they totally messed up on the actual
on the skills.
Yeah, on the skills. So, King of Sword is auto Vanguard / Rearguard when its attack hits a Vanguard while boosted by Queen of Heart. cost counterblast 1 and stand one of your other rear guards. So it should be Vanguard, auto Vanguard rearguard circle. When placed from hand, cost Soul Blast 1 and 2 of your units get power plus 3,000 until end of your turn. If you have 5 or more units, power plus 5,000 instead of 3. It's not even the same. It's not even close. And then Queen of Heart is when it boosts King of Sword, costs Soul Blast 1 and that boosted unit gets power plus 5,000 until end of turn. But it should be auto rearguard circle once per turn. When a sentinel is placed on your opponent's guard circle, you may stand this unit. Also,
that's a big difference.
Also, her power is incorrect. It says 8,000 when it should say 7,000.
Didn't they? Maybe they just reprinted the old classic King and Queen.
I don't know. Maybe is that what it is?
Maybe. Who knows anymore in these wild times of misprints and
but that's
confusion.
Ridiculous. And then so there have been 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 cards that need to be eroded since the V era has started. Assault Dragon, Blight Tops, Vicious Claw Dragon, Laceratorex, Wonder Boy, King of Sword, Queen of Heart, Snuggle, and Demonic Dragon, Madonna
What
Joka.
did they do to Snuggle?
His name. His name is incorrect.
What was it supposed to be?
It's supposed to be Snogal, but it actually is written Snougal. So if you have a card there are cards that specifically call Snuggle. Yeah. And because it was spelled incorrectly, you're supposed to not be able to search it, but because they misspelled it, then...
All right. Original Queen of Heart was when this unit boosts a unit named King of Sword, the boosted unit gets plus 4,000 until end of battle. And then V series, when it boosts King of Sword, Soul Blast 1, and that boosted unit gets plus 5,000 until end of turn.
That's the old one, the old text.
Okay. Because, once per turn, when a sentinel is placed on your opponent's guard circle, you may stand this unit. Wow.
It's not like, what? We're also really late on this. I just remembered it.
Yeah. But it points to a whole, they obviously decided as part of the reboot to make some significant changes to what they're doing for producing the cards, because you've mentioned that you feel like the quality of the card stock that they're using is a little thinner. It's card stock comes in weights, right?
Mm-hmm. Weight.
So it's a lighter weight card stock than what they were using previously. Mm-hmm. And they've probably had some changes in the actual teams that are, translating the cards and everything like that. So also, they just need to be a little generous while they get their feet on the ground with this new reboot.
Also, do you follow Draw the Trigger at all on Vanguard? Or not Vanguard, Twitter?
No, I don't do Twitter anymore.
Okay. Well, they are a Vanguard based YouTube channel in England. And they posted an image with 2 different Gigarexes, and the print quality on both of them was vastly different. One had a much darker yellow tint to it than the other one did, and once I saw that, I can't believe.
Yeah, I know you're very picky about packaging and production.
Yeah,
this is a big issue for you.
It really is. It just seems unprofessional for a company that makes probably like the number 4 trading card game in the United States, or in like English, and for it to be like the drop in quality with this new set is just astounding to me. But anyway, we spent too long on this.
Yeah.
Okay. So the rest of the news is just a lot of interesting cards that have come out. So we can just run through them pretty quickly.
Yeah, let's go through them pretty fast.
Yeah. So we have Dark Dictator, who is the evil version of Alfred, basically, for Shadow Paladin.
Yeah.
He's got Force Gift, 13k power. Continuous on the Vanguard Circle. During your turn, this unit gets power plus 2,000 for each of your rear guards. Second ability is Act on the Vanguard Circle. Once per turn, costs Counterblast 1. Call up to 1 grade 2 or less card from your hand to Vanguard Circle, and that unit gets power plus 5,000 until end of turn. Your opponent chooses one of his or her rear guards and retires it.
So, yeah, I was contemplating this card because I wasn't sure if it was better or worse than Alfred. So this Dark Dictator, is this coming in the trial deck?
Yes.
So this is the Alfred early.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. Because it seems like, because you only get the plus 5,000, but you also get another retire on your opponent's card. So that's pleasant.
I don't know about it so far right now.
The original skill, the original old Dark Dictator, which that art is amazing.
It is really good.
Oh man, that's so good. Your units cannot boost this unit. During your turn, this unit gets power plus 2k for each of your Shadow Paladin rear guards. Soul Blast 3, when this unit is placed on Vanguard Circle, you may pay the cost. If you do, choose up to 2 of your Shadow Paladin rear guards in your front row, and those unit gets power plus 5,000 until end of turn. Well, that was a very powerful card. Mm-hmm. And then the new art,
still good.
It's too, happy. There's too much light in there for a Shadow Paladin.
I'd say it's dark, but the original looks more solemn.
Yeah, it's just so good.
Yeah, I really like both the arts, but I don't think it's as good as King of Knights Alfred, the new King of Knights Alfred. That's still probably my favorite card art so far.
With the flaming horsehair?
Uh-huh.
Dude, that's no Imperial Daughter. No. That's no Victorious Deer.
Oh, the deer. The full art of the deer.
Good. Hey, let's stay focused. Cards. Okay. Golden Beast Tamer.
That's a Pale Moon. It's a grade 3 normal unit. It has the Excel gift. It's a human with power plus 12. Not plus 10. Jeez.
It's just power 12k power.
Continuous on the Vanguard Circle. During your turn, if you have 5 or more units, all of your front row units get power plus 2,000. So
that's nice.
That's very nice. And it's also cheaper than what's his face? Aquaforce. Maelstrom. There we go. Because Maelstrom, you have to use a counterblast to get 2,000. The only downside of this is you have to have 5 or more units. But it's Pale Moon, and so your chances are probably going to have 5 or more units.
Well, why is that? Because they've got to get things out of their soul.
And they like to call things from their soul and back into their soul, so they play around with the soul. So if you I don't know combos specifically with the new stuff right now. I haven't read a lot of it, but it's not too hard to swarm your field using minimum resources. Same thing with the Grand Blue stuff. I think there's a way where you can use 0 cards from your hand and call an almost entire field with Grand Blue, with the new Grand Blue stuff.
All right.
So, yeah. Anyway, second ability for Golden Beast Tamer. Auto on the Vanguard Circle. When this card attacks, counterblast 1 and place 1 card from your hand into the soul. Call up to 2 units from your soul.
Nice.
Yeah, that's it.
So, yeah, well, we'll see how that Excel works for the Pale Moons. Magical Box Treamer. This is a grade 2 Pale Moon human, 9k power, 5k shield. Vanguard Circle. When this unit is hit by the attack of your opponent's unit, counterblast 2, discard 1 card from hand, call up to 5 cards from your soul. Well, that helps. Yeah. Oh, wait, but it's when you're defending.
Oh, yeah, that's why I put it in there, because it's such a weird card.
Continuous on the Rearguard Circle. During your turn, if there's a magical box trimmer in your soul, this unit gains power plus 3.
Where were we again?
Magical Bunny.
Oh yeah, magical or Midnight Bunny.
Midnight Bunny.
Grade 1. Pale Moon. It's a war beast. Power.
It's not a high beast?
It's a war beast.
Why are the Pale Moons incorporating war beasts?
Obviously, they're big fans of the Ophidians, and you wouldn't get that much. It's unfortunate. Anyway, power grade 1, power 8,000, shield 10,000. That's got auto on the rearguard circle. When it boosts, soul charge 1. Solid. Auto on the rearguard circle. When an attack, it boosts hits, costs, counterblast 1, and place this unit into your soul. Call 1 card other than a grade 1 from your soul to the rearguard circle. Huh. Okay, so it soul charges when it boosts, and then when the attack hits, it soul charges itself, counterblast 1, and then you call another card out. So you get another attack, basically. From your soul. You call it from your soul out.
Yeah, what's nice, too, is if this card boosts, and even if your Vanguard is grade 1, if you soul charge something that's higher than grade 1, you can call it.
Oh, yeah. You're right.
To a rearguard circle.
So even if you are on grade 3 and you have an Excel circle out, you can call it to your Excel circle after that. It's already attacked as well, so you can get even more power too.
Yep. Get that plus 10k.
Yep.
Have you looked at Midnight Bunny? It's not a bunny at all. It's a person.
Is it a person with bunny ears?
Yes.
Yeah, I think I've seen that one actually.
Why do you have to be so weird? Stealth Fiend, Hyakume Shadow, Murakumo. It's a ghost.
But
It's
not
a
a
ghost
ghosty.
ninja. Power 12k. Auto. When this card is revealed during your drive check, you may call this unit to the rearguard circle. That sucks.
I just thought that was so weird.
That's just wrong.
It's weird.
But it's...
Well, I mean, then you get a 12K.
It doesn't have a gift. It doesn't have a gift, so it's just a 12k grade 3, basically a vanilla.
Yeah. Yep. But
It's like, oh, we live in a world without stand triggers, but oh, you did your drive check and you got another attack anyway.
Yeah. But I also just realized that AL4 is the first set that has 2 Excel clans in it.
Well, because there's
Murakumo.
Yeah, there's 4 clans.
4 clans. Yep.
So that's why one of them had to overlap.
That's true. That's true. Anyway,
I'm wondering because in Champions of the Asia circuit, there's Protect is Grand Blue, Excel is Aqua Farce, and Force is
Dimension Police.
D Police. All right. Well, now they're starting to get things out of balance, and they're putting the weight on the Excels, which I don't like because those are hard for the Protect clans to beat.
Yeah. All right. Demon Eater.
Soul Eater?
No.
Demon Eater. Soul Eater is a TV show.
Yeah. It's a good one. Demon Eater. This is a really cool card. Okay. She is a grade 3 with the Protect and Dark Irregulars, by the way. 12k power. Auto on the Vanguard circle. When your Guardian is retired, place that card into your soul. That right there is really cool.
That's real nice.
Yeah. Especially for Dark Irregulars. And then she's got a second auto Vanguard circle, rearguard circle. When it attacks, cost counterblast 1 and place another of your rearguards into the soul. Draw 1 card. During that battle, this card gains power plus 10,000, and if you pay Soul Blast 10, your opponent cannot call Sentinels from the hand.
Are they doing Guard Restrict again?
Yeah.
In Standard?
We've had Guard Restrict in how many different clans already?
Yeah.
So
Soul Blast 10, though.
It's because Demon Eater used to be a Mega Blast.
Okay.
Yep. So they're still incorporating it. Soul Blast 10, not a problem with Dark Irregulars, especially with a lot of the new stuff. Especially if you're on her and you just guard, and then so the next turn you go in and you use that Soul Blast 10.
Yeah, sure. Why not?
Yeah.
Werewolf Fribliger. Grade 1. Another war beast for the Dark Irregulars. I guess people in the Dark Zone just do a lot of war beasts.
Mm-hmm.
Has an activated, power 8,000, shield 10,000, activated skill on the rearguard circle, cost, put this unit into the soul charge 1. So you're basically gaining 2 soul at that point in time.
Yep.
And one of your units gets plus 5,000 until end of that turn. Well,
that's not too great.
How exciting is that? But you're getting those double soul charge, so.
Mm-hmm. Okay, I got this one because I love this name. Werebear Verfolger.
I don't know what that means.
It's like a big old polar bear with little demon horns.
Oh, nice.
It's really cool. He's a grade 2. Dark Irregular War Beast. With power 8,000, shield 5,000. Auto on the rearguard circle. When it attacks a vanguard, counterblast 1, soul charge 1, and this unit gets power plus 2,000 until end of that battle for each card in your soul. If you had 3 cards in your soul when activated, you get power plus 8,000 after your soul charge 1. So that's just like reminder text at the end. So it counts the cards in your soul total, and then it gives you the power.
Okay.
So,
do you have to go War Beast like
War
that?
Beast.
Oh,
I
guess
have
you do.
to. Yeah.
You know who's not a War Beast?
Nightmare Doll Alice.
Nightmare Doll Alice, because that's a workeroid.
That is true.
Term that only exists in Cardfight Vanguard. Grade 3. You do get an Excel gift for Nightmare Doll Alice. So if you wanted to do a whole dolls deck, you might be able to. 12k power, auto on the Vanguard circle, 1 place. Call up to 1 workeroid from your soul to the rearguard circle, and that unit gets power plus 5k until end of that turn. Auto on the rearguard circle, at the end of the battle it attacked, counterblast 1, soul blast 1, and put this unit into your soul, and call a card other than a grade 3 from your soul to the rearguard circle. So you can do even more attacks. From your
really cool.
extra Excel circles.
I like it. That's a cool card.
Ugh. Who's this restricted card that was restricted before it was even published?
You mean Jumping Jill?
I believe that is the card that I mean.
Wasn't it? It was just restricted in premium, right?
It's restricted because you can't play it with another card that's only available in premium. So
okay,
yes.
yeah. Okay, Jumping Jill, grade 2. It's another workeroid.
That's not even funny anymore.
Power 9,000, shield 5,000. 1 place from soul. Put one of your other rear guards into your soul, and call a card other than a grade 2 from your soul to rear guard circle in the back row. Oh, this one's a little confusing. So 1 place from soul. Put another rear guard into your soul, and then you call a card other than a grade 2 from your soul to the rearguard in the back row. So you're calling a booster essentially.
So what you do is, so it has to be placed from soul. So some other effect has to have gone off. Well, she's a workeroid, so Nightmare Doll Alice can call her out
And
from the soul with Nightmare Doll Alice's rearguard skill. And then she can also get a fresh booster for herself in the back row behind her. Mm-hmm. So for the cost of getting 1 card from soul, you get 2 cards from soul.
Yeah. Also, if you had, what was that? The second card that we read. I'm scrolling. Magical
The
Box
Midnight Bunny?
Streamer?
Oh, Box Streamer. Yeah.
Yeah. So, if you use him and you call Jumping Jill from soul, you can get, if there are cards that have like on place from soul or whatever, you can, and then give power, you can use that and give that power to your cards, and you can also use her to intercept too if you needed to play super defensively. But that's also
there you go.
That's 2 counter blast, and I think you're just carding a card too.
Ugh.
So it might not be worth it.
Starting to get kind of excessive here.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Murakumos again. We've got another war beast. Even though Murakumos are from Dragon Empire.
Yeah. I think they're recycling.
Twin Swordsman Musashi. All capitals. Grade 3 gives an Excel gift, 12k power, auto Vanguard Circle or Rearguard Circle. When it attacks, if you have more rearguards than your opponent, until the end of that battle, this unit gets power plus 5k, and while your opponent calls guardians from his or her hand, he or she must call 2 or more at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
Even for sentinels.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
Better than Fetus.
In Fetus does it too. Ugh, don't even get me started. But yeah, so I just remember in the anime there were a couple times where they actually explained that. Like, I think it was Kamui goes to guard it with just one card, and his opponent was like, "No, you need another card," and so he throws down another card as well. But he perfect guards it, and he's like, "Nope, you need another card," so he throws another card down. So, yep, they are aware.
All right, give me another one.
This card I don't like as much as I like the next one. So we'll do Blood Sacrifice Ruthven. He was a grade 2. He looks really creepy. He looks like the evil guy from Secret Saturdays. I don't remember his name.
I don't even know that show.
Oh, okay. You're missing out. With the cryptids. Anyway, grade 2, Dark Irregular Vampire. Power 9,000, shield 5,000. Auto on the rearguard circle, when placed, put up to one card from your damage zone on your drop or your drop zone into your soul. If you put a card from your damage zone, put the top card of your deck into your damage zone face down. If you put Vrocalakis, I can never say that, into your soul, countercharge 1.
Yeah.
Vrocalakis, yeah. Who is the next card that we'll talk about. So, when I read it to myself, I didn't quite like it, but I didn't see that it was drop zone 2. So basically, you're looking for Vrocalakis, or maybe a key card that you needed for a combo or something. If you damage checked it or you had to guard with it or something, this card allows you to fix that and put it back into your soul to get more combos off. And plus, if it was Vrocalakis, you get to countercharge 1, which is excellent.
Yeah. So if you soul blasted Vrocalakis when you were soul blasting 10 or something, you can put the Vrocalakis back.
Yep.
And tell me about Vrocalakis.
Vrocalakis, grade 1, Dark Regular Demon. Power 7,000, shield 10,000. When it is retired from a guard circle, you may soul charge 1. When it is put into your soul by an effect of your card, if it is during your turn, one of your vanguards gets power plus 10,000 until end of that turn.
There you go. That's what you want.
So you use that with the elf lady. Demon Eater? Yeah. Oh, wow.
With the Demon Eater?
Yeah, because if your guardians are put into your soul after they're guarded with.
Okay. Yeah.
It doesn't say where it has to be, like where it was from and put in. So if you put it into your guard circle, no matter what, you're still charging 1 because of Vrocalakis.
Well, you're actually getting 2 in your soul.
You're getting 2 into your soul, and you're getting the specific Vrocalakis into your soul as well. So when he's put in, then you can give your Vanguard plus 10,000 power. Oh my gosh.
Nice.
I didn't see that before. Oh, wow. That made me so excited.
But wait, if it's Demon Eater, though...
She's eating the demon, Vrocalakis.
Yeah, but... So you guard with Vrocalakis when you're guarding, and then on your... No, because you'd lose the 10k. So it's defensive.
Oh.
That's what Vrocalakis is defensive. Gives you the 10k to be defensive.
Oh, it says if it's during your turn, one of your vanguards gets power plus 10,000. Dang it.
Oh, well.
Oh.
So you got to use the other one. You got to use Ruthven for it.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
so there you go.
Still
not working with Demon Eater so much. All right. I'm going to do left arrestor and right arrestor because I remember when these cards like originally came out and they tried to make it work and nobody wanted them.
I didn't know that.
Grade 2, Rakamo, War Beasts, 9k power, shield 5, auto on the rearguard circle. When it attacks a vanguard, if you have another arrestor rearguard, cost Soul Blast 1 during that battle, this unit gains power plus 5k during that battle. So big whoop, Soul Blast 1 for 5k. You may or may not want to do that. Right arrestor. This is also another War Beast, 9k power, 5k shield, auto on the rearguard circle. When placed, if your vanguard is dueling Dragon Zanbaku and you control another arrestor rearguard, cost Counterblast 2 and place 1 card from your hand into your soul. Choose one of your opponent's vanguards. That unit cannot stand during your opponent's next stand phase. So the important thing to remember is you have to be on Zanbaku as your vanguard already before you place right arrestor.
Mm-hmm.
You can have right arrestor, another copy of right arrestor in your left rearguard column.
Yeah.
You can have it in any other rearguard area,
Including,
as long as you have another arrestor rearguard. That's all that matters.
Yep.
They used to have ones where it said it specifically had to be in left column or right column.
Ew.
So let me read you some Zanbaku. Dueling Dragon Zanbaku, all caps. Grade 2. Are you sure Zanbaku's a grade 2?
No, he's not a grade 2.
Because
he gives the Excel.
Grade 3. You're just playing tricks on me to make me look like the fool.
The stupid website I pulled it from.
Zanbaku is an Abyss Dragon, 12k power, on the Vanguard Circle. So he only has a Vanguard Circle skill. Once per turn, Counterblast 1, Soul Blast 1. Search your deck for up to 1 arrestor card, call it to the Rearguard Circle, then shuffle the deck. Then during that turn, this unit gains power plus 5, and if there's a right arrestor and left arrestor among your rearguards, so you do have to have both for Zanbaku, your opponent cannot ride a grade 3 on top of a grade 3 during your next ride phase. And let's also specify that's normal ride, not superior ride. So, as they demonstrated in the program. So you have to have 1 arrestor already, because with Zanbaku, you're only going to be able to pull out another arrestor, and hopefully you're going to be pulling out a right arrestor. So hopefully you'll have left arrestor on your field already. Because if you are trying to use this skill and right arrestor has already been placed, it's too late. You've missed the timing for right arrestor's skill to stop the standing for what he learned from Mega Colony, as they like to say.
So what's interesting is you only need left arrestor in name alone. You don't actually need like any of his effects to like stack on. It's just nice to have it, but you need right arrestor in order, so your opponent can't stand.
Well, you need left arrestor on the field. Don't say name alone, because then they're going to start thinking there's some Neo-Nectar stuff going on here.
Well, I mean, that's what... Doesn't Murakumo do stuff like that? Like, they copy names?
They don't copy names. You are able to superior call cards of the same name as other cards, but they don't copy names.
Okay.
That's just some Neo-Nectar baloney.
Okay. So, yeah, you only need him out just for his name. You don't actually need like his effect to really play off of anything.
You don't even need him to be in the front row.
No. Well, I mean, yeah.
All right. Phantom Blaster Dragon. This is our last piece of news for the evening.
Okay, so this was in the Vanguard Bites or whatever weekly stream.
Weekly Bites.
Yeah, a couple weeks ago, I think. So there are going to be this is in the Japanese version of the card game, and I have to say that now, the Japanese version. There are 999 copies of a special version of Phantom Blaster Dragon included in Booster Pack 2, Strongest! Exclamation point, exclamation point. Team AL4 as a secret rare. It comes with a serial number as well as the artwork of Phantom Blaster Dragon from the 2011 Booster Pack 4. So, it's got like a purple, like all the border, and basically the yellow on the card normally is purple now. It looks real sweet. They got purple 999s or whatever the.
No, that's a gold foil stamp.
Is that the gold foil? I thought it was purple.
Yeah, in the upper right hand corner, I think it's gold foil.
Okay. Well, anyway, that's stamped, and so you have it's randomly inserted. So there are only 999 copies of that in Japan. I heard that English is going to have that secret foiling, but it won't have that limited printing. But I've also heard that it will. So I'm not entirely sure on that right now. I'd have to do a bit more research, or if you guys know, let us, send us an email at drivecheckpodcast@gmail.com.
Yeah.
And let us know how wrong we are.
All right. So speaking of people who have let us know how wrong we are, we have an email from Saul.
From who?
And yeah, I can't. Saul was at our Gen Con competition, and I really don't have that much of an accent, but the one thing I do have an accent is in that particular vowel sound.
The AL.
Well,
AUL.
It's AUL, AWL, all of those things. And especially if I'm trying to speak more loudly, I guess, at a higher volume, my accent tends to come out more. So if I'm in a room and I'm trying to shout over the Magic the Gathering 25th birthday party, I say Saul. I apologize. I can't say it the other way. Really, it really doesn't sound right to me if I do say it the other way. So, but Saul did correct me that that's not how his name is pronounced. That's okay. Saul wrote to us. He felt like staying in contact even after the Gen Con experience, so I'll take that as a plus.
Yeah.
Hey, Drive Check. I don't know if you remember me, but my name is Saul. Yes, we do remember because I can't say your name the right way. And I met you guys at Gen Con 2018. I was wanting to know, if ever available, if you can stop by my local store, Expanding Universe in Maryland, and come play. The times are Wednesdays from 6 to 9. If not, what stores that you go to near Maryland, of course. Another question for your guys' podcast. What do you guys think are going to happen to the problem clans? Quaff, quaff, Link Joker, quaff. That will be released this year. One last thing. Can you do a shout out for me on one of your podcasts? Well, shout out to you, Saul. Of course.
Shout out.
You guys are great. Saul he signed. All right. So I looked up where Expanding Universe is, and it is north of Baltimore. So I live in DC. Baltimore, on a good day, is about 45 minutes away. Where Saul's area is, that's probably like an hour to a little over an hour to get to. So on a Wednesday night, a work night with the rush hour traffic, it's probably an impossible dream. But who knows? There may be maybe like the Wednesday before Thanksgiving or something. I can check and see if they're gonna have, because I don't go anywhere for Thanksgiving. So if they're having a tournament that night or something, I might be able to come out for that. I go to Island Games in Centerville, Virginia, on Sunday nights. So their Sundays from 6. They go from 6 to 11. The tournaments don't usually last till 11, but they definitely start at 6 o'clock. I know this Sunday, Island Games is having, I think, an ARG States. Is that a thing?
Yes.
At 11 a.m. but given my schedule for recording podcasts and such, I may not be able to make that.
Oh, yeah.
I'd like to. It's like a standard tournament or something like that. But that's the worst thing is my schedule, my popularity. Now, here we go. Cardfight Vanguard Standard Box Tournament, $10 entry, format standard. This will be a special tournament in which the winner will be guaranteed an entire box of the newest set. Oh, no, it's at 6 o'clock. Why did I think it was at 11? Oh.
So you're going to win that box now?
I mean, I've been doing really well with Oracle Think Tank. So, wait, I'm looking at the wrong date. Dag nabbit, Will Anderson. I was looking at August 5th.
That's a difference there.
August 19th, Sunday, August 19th, free entry, Cardfight Vanguard Shop Challenge Standard. 11 a.m. registration, noon start, promos and prizes based on the kit. Includes regional buy and prizing to top 8. So this is an official Bushiroad shop tournament.
Yep.
But since it's at 11 o'clock, I may not be able to make it. I may be able to make it. I'll see if I can change my recording schedule. But that's where we are, Saul. But yeah, if I can ever get to Expanding Universes, or if they somehow like, I'll try to keep an eye on that calendar, and if they ever have a weekend tournament or something, I'll try to come out and do a round of that because I appreciate your writing in and everything. So for you, Cole, another question: what do you think are going to happen to the problem clans? So, Link Joker is an example. What would you consider another problem clan?
Gear Chronicle.
Gear Chronicle.
And
all right.
Nubatama as well. But, I mean, it depends on if Nubatama is redoing classic cards. I don't think Nubatama is going to be a problem, starting out at least.
Yeah. So, yeah, I think, I don't remember if we discussed this during our live program at Gen Con or afterwards or what, but I think towards the end of the G era, they basically just said, you know what, any wild ideas that people have had that are clearly designed to break the game and be impossible and whatever, let's just throw them out there. Let's do it. Let's have fun. We're killing the game anyways. So that's why things like Dominate and is it Gear Next? What is the one that makes you have a second main face? Which one? Heritage?
Yeah.
And let's like do super lock the board stuff and everything. Like, yeah, move a locked card to the damage zone. Sure. So yeah, I don't think those kinds of things are going to continue. But so I definitely think, and I think, a lot of people that I've talked to feel the same way. Link Joker is most likely going to be deleters and not a lock based clan any longer, because deleters you can work around.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what do you think about Gear Chronicle?
I think Gear Chronicle is going to be I really hope it's kind of like how they started, where not necessarily crap. They did funky niche things, like how they would spin up and spin down cards, like the grades that they called. I hope that they keep that, because I really like that mechanic. I thought that it was very flavorful and it fit what they were trying to do, like the aesthetic.
Yeah.
So I hope that they can keep that and kind of play around with it a little bit more, and not ever go into take another turn, because I hate those kinds of cards.
Yeah, agreed.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like the kind of acceleration type thing that they would do, or like the way that they would do multi-attack by, putting things on standby and bringing new cards out of the deck, and letting you do calls and stuff like that. I think that's cool. I think when Gear Chronicle got into doing stuff like retiring, and more control kind of stuff, that's where it really became unbalanced.
Yeah.
And everything like that.
Yep.
So, and Nubatama, They might be able to figure out a way to do like dominate light.
If they do, and it's not as oppressive, I'm down for that. I like it. I like the idea of that mechanic.
Just make it more limited so it's not so overwhelming.
Right. Yeah.
To do.
I'm down for that. If they want to do it, dominate light, I think that's a great idea because that has become New Patama's kind of like identity, like their key mechanic, and I think it's a pretty solid mechanic.
Yeah.
So, I like that. And any other problem clans?
I know I think those are the main ones that we've had to think about. All right, we have another email. This one's from Bucky Pro with a lot of exclamation points. Hello, more exclamation points. Drive check crew, another exclamation point. I think that Link Joker will move towards Messiah. They show Ibuki in the anime. See, this dude agrees with me. Lock their own rear guards, only lock a few of the opponent's rear guards, and that's how they'll lessen control. I currently have a Messiah deck I made from a box of Chaos and Salvation and 2 of the latest Messiah theme decks. What cards do you think I should buy right now to get ready for premium? All right, so Bucky Pro, a couple of things I would correct on that. One, I do agree that they show Ibuki in the anime. I think he is that little white-haired kid that you see at the closing credits, the original closing credits, running along with Kai and Miwa.
You see him pop up every once in a while in flashbacks too.
In flashbacks and stuff like that. But the thing to keep in mind is Ibuki originally played Deleters, and in the manga, Ibuki plays Deleters. Ibuki does not play Messiah. If you watch the movie, the Vanguard movie called Neon Messiah, it actually is Ibuki playing Deleters. So I really, once again, I very strongly feel that that Link Joker in Standard is going to be Deleters, and not a lock mechanism, not Messiah, not Chaos.
However, if they were going to do a lock mechanic, I would much rather have Messiah than not Link Joker, than Chaos Breaker, because I hate Chaos Breaker.
I mean, you can work around it if you know what you do. They make so many cards in Premium now that allow you to unflip your own cards or wipe,
Here's the problem. Those cards are only in specific clans.
Well, you got to play those clans, Cole.
Exactly, and I don't want to because I can't do it in Grand Blue. So, anyway.
If you wanted to buy cards to get ready for Premium, I mean, in my opinion, you'd be buying the G Zone for a Deleter deck. But what are the main? I don't have my Messiah deck in reach.
You need it's not Integral.
No, Integral definitely, and Harmonix Neo.
Yes, sure.
Probably, I think if you're going Messiahs, Spaghetti Messiah definitely is a real
flagellant.
No, not Flagellant.
Who's Spaghetti
Messiah, the one that just flips everything the other way.
Yeah, what's his name?
See, I've been calling him Spaghetti Messiah for so long, I've forgotten what his real name is.
I thought it was it's the one with the tentacles, right?
Yeah, it is 100% not Flagellant Messiah. I guarantee you that.
I thought Flagellant was that one.
No, well, you are incorrect.
Well, yeah, good, because I don't play that trash clan. That's a joke.
Now that we've got the internet in front of us, let us look it up, and you can stop your trash talking of Messiahs just because you're angry.
I like Messiahs. I just don't like Chaos Breaker. I think Messiahs are really cool.
Trans-Else Messiah.
That's obviously.
Spaghetti. Yes, that's Spaghetti Messiah. It's from Fighters Collection, 2016.
Oh yeah.
It was down to $1 at one point, and then it went up to like $20 at another point. It's a card I see. It's always good to have Trans-Else. in your G zone. What other things do you want for your G zone?
Good G Guardians.
Basaltis. I probably need 2 Basaltis Messiah, 2 Harmonix Neo Messiah, definitely 3 Integral Messiah.
Well, are those? Do you have to have a Messiah heart card for any of those? Because may not
Harmonix Neo, I'm pretty sure you need I think for most of them you need a Messiah heart card.
So that might not be a great option if just depending on what comes out, because we also have no idea what they're even going to do for Link.
Oh, I'm just saying if he really thinks that it's going to be Messiahs, which I don't think.
Oh, okay. If he thinks
so,
it's
like,
Messiahs,
if that's where he's placing his bet, these are the cards he needs to get. Otherwise, I
Sure.
say invest in the deleters.
Right. Okay. And deleters should be cheaper too, right?
Heck no.
Well, I mean,
With
now?
deleters Rush, those cards went way up in price, dude.
Yeah, but do people still play deleters Rush?
Well, I don't play premium. I don't know.
I'll look.
What do you mean you'll look? You're gonna look at what people are playing?
No, just like prices on TCG Player. Deletors.
Yeah, that's how you spell it. So the that's an SP. We're gonna skip SPs.
Original deleter Igor is only
$27.
Nah, dude. The first card is 15.
Okay, it's 15. Okay.
Yeah.
Aodian SP is only 12. Yeah,
so no,
I mean
it's not
they're
bad.
reasonable.
Yeah.
I guess the hype train hasn't caught up yet.
No, so buy now, sell later.
All right, we've been going for a real long time, Cole.
Yeah,
So
have fun editing this.
Wow. Maybe you're editing this time.
Well, have fun editing this, Cole.
No, I'll probably end up doing it. You're probably working on Saturday.
Correct, yeah.
Oh, you just work too much.
I don't work enough, according to my bills.
Oh, no.
Oh, cars aren't cheap.
So we want people to review our podcast on any place where you can make a review. Please review us.
Yes.
iTunes, SoundCloud, a bathroom wall in an abandoned truck stop in Nevada. Whatever
Especially
floats
there.
your boat. Well, you know those truckers listen to a lot of podcasts.
Yeah, exactly.
So I will enjoy the recommendation. Say thanks to Zach Boydis for the intro music and Jeremy Woods for the outro music. And our current patrons. Say thank you to our top tier patrons, Wesley Welch and Nick Gidillini. Hasn't changed. Those two dudes are funding our dreams.
Yep.
All right. If you want to reach us by email, like Saul and Bucky Pro did, you can email us at drivecheckpodcast@gmail.com. If you do want to contribute to our Patreon, which we would always appreciate, it's absolutely not necessary. But patreon.com/drivecheck. If you want to reach us on Twitter at the show is at, I can't believe I used the word show. I never use the word show for podcasts. This is a first in all of my history of podcasting.
Well, you're thinking of YouTube there, so that's why.
Program. Okay. We do show things on YouTube because you make those nice thumbnails.
Yeah.
At drive_check. If you want to reach me directly, I am at wash in the sink. No punctuation.
I am at Cole_McCune, COLE_MCCUNA. Also, we're putting a lot more stuff on the YouTube channel. If you guys want to take a minute and give feedback in the comments, that would be greatly appreciated. Let us know what you want to see and like any way for us to make the quality better. That's also greatly appreciated.
Stop opening chaotic packs.
I love it. You can't make me stop, Will. I've already recorded all those anyway, so.
There you go.
All right. Thank you for listening to this week's episode of the Drive Check Podcast. A jet black king of nights who blinks out all the light.
You didn't even read it, right? You're trying to sound like the guy from that movie. which I can't even think of right now. Every time I try to bring up these cultural references, they leave my head. The much better flavor text would have been, "My sword shall guide you into the dark abyss. Period, period, period." Otherwise known as an ellipsis. The art on that card is just so good. I want to frame it and hang it on my wall.
It is really good. It is really good.